do not have any pigments, right? So I just want to mention it. No. Do not have any pigments, right? So I just want to. Good evening, guys. Good evening, guys. Okay. So, yeah, we'll start the class then. It's already still 2 minutes is there. Okay. We'll start the class. So, I will start recording. So, before that, I will just launch the technical poll one time. Okay. Just check am I audible properly and is the screen visible properly. Okay. If you have any issues, just check with your internet facility and mobile network and hardware. Okay. If you have the problem on go out of the class and join back again, if the problem still persists, put a message in the WhatsApp group. Somebody will help you out. Two people is having issues with regarding audibility and also pictures. Guys, just check with your internet connection or anything. Okay. So others can hear me properly. So I think it's proper in YouTube also. No issue then. I'm ending the poll. No need to share, right? So, I'm muting us. One sec, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I muted everyone. So I will start recording. Yep. So good evening, Gopika. In yesterday class, what we are doing, while we are discussing about the arthropoda, we mentioned that some of these organisms have the blue color blood. Some of them do not have any pigment, right? So I gave an example of cockroach. If you can take an example of spider, okay. So that happens. I made it. Okay. So I just want to mention this one slide. Okay. Even though it's not so important. So what's important, I will tell you. Okay. Which part is important, which is not important, I will tell you. So normally chemistry of the color of the blood, good evening, majorly four types will be there. Okay. One will be red, blue, green, and violet, what you can find, and colorless also there, but colorless, there is no pigments, right? That's why we didn't mention it here. Major one is the red color. Red color find in the humans and other major vertebrates. Okay, if you go for the chicken, or as probably seen, or if you go for a goat, sheep, or pig, everywhere you can find the red blood only because it contains a particular character or protein called hemoglobin. Ajit Pujari, do you have any doubt? So hemoglobin, okay. The importance of hemoglobin, why it is red in color? Because it have a group called heme, which again contain the iron in the centerpiece. Okay, it have a iron which actually give the oxidation of the iron, which is actually giving the red color. Okay, so and hemoglobin is the most prominent and most efficient type of the thing when compared to the all the other kinds of the pigments. Okay, so all the other kinds of the methods. Okay, that's why vertebrates have the hemoglobin. Second one is the hemocyanin, which you can find in some spiders, crustaceans, some mollusks, octopus, and the squid. So these have comparatively a completely different kind of a structure, but here the blue color is made mainly because of the Cu ions. Okay, it's mainly because of the copper ions. Here it's because of the iron, right? So that's why it's giving the blue color one. So this is second important one. Okay, this is the second important one after the hemoglobin. Third one will be the green. It's called chlorocreolin, which can be present in some annelid members, or some of the leeches, some marine worms. Okay, so here also you can find iron only, but these arrangement will be different. Okay, arrangement will be different, and the color range also from the light green to the higher kind of greens also there. When concentration is very high, it may also looks like reddish only. You can compare the similarities between hemoglobin and the chlorocreolin structure. Okay, it's almost similar. It's not similar, it's almost similar. Okay, so fourth one is a violet. So it can be found in very few marine worms, including peanut worms, penis worms, and brachiopods. Those names of the worms, marine worms, actually because of their shape. Okay, now peanut worms are looks like peanuts. Okay, so their size is their structure is like that, and penis worms look like the penis. Okay, that's why it's called as penis worms. And brachiopods. Okay, So these are the certain things. Here you can compare their structure. Even though these are also contain iron and also contain the bonded with the nitrogen, the structure will be completely different. Okay. In these four, the important two are these two. Okay. One is hemoglobin is important. Another one is the hemocyanin will be important. You don't need the structure of these compounds because those are never asked. The important part is the how where it is present and what's the reason for their color. Okay, so we will discuss about certain other things. Before we do that, we will go for recall test. Okay, the first question came. First question is common name of Nereis is. Okay, they are asking common name of the Nereis. So probably you already know Nereis is a member of the Annelida, as we've seen already, and it's present in the sides or banks of the ocean. Okay, options are sandworm, option B calmworm, option 3 ragworm, option D all. Okay, I'm launching the poll. You can answer in the poll. Who are in the YouTube live can answer in the live chat. Okay, good evening Parvati, good evening Ajay, good evening Dikshit. Yes, you guys are already started answering. I think one of the easy question, right? So you can answer correctly if you in the class, if you mentally in the class yesterday, or if you see the slide PPT, right? Yep, one of the easiest question. Still wrong question is wrong answers is coming. No issue. We'll see what happens. Good evening, Sneha. Yes, 30 seconds over. We still have 30 other seconds. Still 50% have to vote, and I don't know, like 70, sorry, 90 people are absent today. 90 people. I don't know why when 5 o'clock class is there, very few people will come. Yes. Correct, correct, Sachin. It is not calm worm. It's actually calm. One second. Calm worm. Okay. Yes, I'm ending the poll then. It's already time. Yes, I'm ending the poll. I'm sharing the results. 24% chosen option A, 7% B, 13% C, 57% D, and in YouTube 100% chosen option D only. I'm stop sharing the results, and good guys. Okay. I again read calm. What happened to him? Clam. Okay. So clamor. Okay. Yes, correct. Sandworm is also its name, and clamworm is also its name. Ragworm is also its name. So the correct answer is all. Okay. All of them is a common name of Nereis only. Remember, Nereis is not centipede. Okay. Nereis is not centipede. Nereis is a kind of marine animal marine which is present in the banks of the oceans. Okay, so it has the parapodia and all those things. When you go for the centipede or millipede, it will belongs to the arthropoda. Okay, so if there is any confusion, just make sure that Nereis is not the centipede. Okay. Yes, actually these questions when I'm taking what happened is like NEET and some of the old question paper, those questions are little bit comparatively different than this one. So I'm choosing questions from the Avanti modules. So some of them belongs to Avanti module, some of them belongs to Bansal module. Bansal is also leading coaching classes in Kota, Rajasthan. Okay, so I'm also taking the question from there also. Okay, so different question. Yep. So second question came. Okay, question is which is not a fish. Okay, which is not a fish. First option is catfish. Second option is dogfish. Third option is silverfish. Fourth option is lungfish. Okay, I'm launching the polls once again, and this is also one of the easiest question. Actually, we discussed about it in the first chapter, right? We discussed this about in the first chapter when we are discussing about particular thing. I'll tell you what when we mentioned this one. Okay. Make sure that you choose a correct answer and try to think about the name of the fish. Yep, correct, Ananya. Right. So, who are already read the before chapter probably can quickly get it because all the food names is mentioned in the textbook only. Okay. So, we will see. We will have a equal competition. Okay, we'll see. And I'm waiting from the YouTube also. I didn't get any responses till now. I'm just waiting. Yes. Really? No, 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 no. You can't choose all the options. You have to choose only one option. Yep. So 56% voted, guys. What happened again? You guys again stuck, huh? Huh? So I'm ending the poll in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, what happened? In YouTube, I'm not at all getting any responses. Are you guys are not responding or something? Yep, I got it now. Okay. So I'm ending the poll now and I'm sharing the results. The answers are wide. Okay, 16% chosen option A, 26% chosen option B, 21% chosen option C, 38% chosen option D. I'm stop sharing the result. Okay, we will discuss which one is actually not fish. Okay, so how many of you seen catfish? Probably click on yes or no. Or if you eaten, then also okay, click on yes or no. So I will get to know. At least some of you are no or not. Okay. Okay. Few of them already seen or eaten that one. How it will taste? Yeah, it will taste good. I know. Okay. Even though I'm not eaten. So it will be somewhat like this. Okay. We call it as Murugodu in Kannada, right? So it will have two has like this, right? So this will be normally present in the freshwater system and this will be completely black in color. So there are actually two varieties are there. One is an Indian catfish and another one is African catfish. Okay. No, 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 no. Cat doesn't mean catla. Okay. Catla is completely different. Catfish is different. Okay. Catla will be regularly like this, right? Catla will be like this only. Simple, regular fish only. Okay, so this is not katla, this is different. Catfish is different. Okay, so these are black in structure and these are actually have the highest these are actually survival wise, these are fittest. Okay, so they can do a competition and they can live without water in the moist area also sometimes. Okay, yes. Yeah, yeah, there. Okay, you can kept in the aquarium also. Yeah, correct. Uh, yeah, correct, Maulya. Okay, not only in Shangeri, there are like in very, I don't think that all are having these kind of things will, yes, the catfish. Okay, there are like all different kinds of fishes are there. Yes, it will prey on the other fishes. And dogfish is actually a smaller version of the shark. Okay, it's a smaller version of the shark. It will be somewhat like this. It has somewhat like this. Okay, so not almost like this. Okay, flappers and all the things. So why we call it as catfish? Okay, we call it as a catfish because it have those what you can say, front it have what is it called, I forgot the name. Okay, so it have hair, mustache like things will be there, right? So that's why we call it as a catfish. Okay, so dogfish, not particular region, they actually hunt in a group. They hunt in a group. So we call it as the hares. Yes, correct. Okay, viscous. Exactly, Abhishek. I'm thinking about that name. I'm not at all finding viscous. Correct. So dogfish will hunt in the groups, and these are looks like a smaller version of the shark. Okay, so these are the dogfish. What are lungfish then? Lungfish also similar to the catfish. They can survive other than the water. Okay. Yeah, no, it won't bark. It won't bark. Okay. So other than the water, it can also survive in the mud also. Lungfish probably you already seen in Discovery or National Geographic animals. Okay. So the correct answer for this particular question is silverfish, because silverfish is this one. Silverfish have look legs. Those legs are jointed. So these are belongs to the arthropoda. Okay, all the other fishes are belongs to the fishes, but this one is actually belongs to the arthropoda. We discussed this in the first chapter when we were discussing about the problems of vernacular name and the scientific name. Right? We told you vernacular names are misleading. So what happens? We will when we mention it as like silverfish, we will think about a fish, but it is not at all a fish, right? Correct. So why we call it as a fish? Because these are silver color outer covering is there. This just looks like outer covering of fish. Okay, so scales of fish. So we call it as the silver fish. This is called as the another term is bookworm. Okay, common name, another common name is bookworm because it's present in the old books. Okay, prawns. Prawns is also correct, right? Prawns is also, we normally call it types of a fish, but it is not a fish also. These are like scales. You can see here, right? Silvery, silvery. This can be found in old books. Okay, if you kept some books somewhere, so in the libraries majorly. Okay, if you take any old books, then you can find these organisms. Okay, these are normally prey on the cellulose. Sorry, it's not prey. They ate the cellulose. That's why. Okay, I'm moving on to the next one. So we are discussing about Arthropoda. One is the not one of the largest phylum in the our animal kingdom, having 900,000 kinds of species. Right. So later we also discussed about its habitat, majorly in land, also in the soil and the water. And body form can be divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. In some of them, head and thorax is fused. We call it as the cephalothorax. Okay. Correct, Siddhant. Sir, castle also looks silver color. No, Katla. Yeah, correct. But it have a name, right? It have a name. That's why the fish's outer scales looks like silver, and this insect also looks silver. That's why we name it as a silverfish. Okay. So body wall is covered with a chitin. So this has strong materials made up of a carbohydrate, and it acts like an exoskeleton. So it helps in the stopping mechanical damage. Okay. And body cavity size is coelom, and coelom is highly reduced. Size of coelom you can find, and coelom is reduced. Okay, coelom is reduced. That means size of coelom development is there. Okay, but if you take a adult individual, so if you cut that, the coelom part will be very less. If you see. Okay, so next digestive tract will be can be divided into foregut, cephalothorax. Cephalothorax is the combined form of head and thorax. Okay, if anywhere, I'll write here only, no issue. If head and thorax is fused together, then we call it as the cephalothorax. Okay. If any question is cephalothorax rather than thorax, is that correct? Body is divided in arthropoda into head, body, and thorax. That is the correct answer. Okay. Even though cephalothorax is present, but only present in a group of organisms. Cephalothorax is the only group of organism in the arthropoda. You can find it, not in the all the other organisms. Okay. So digestive tract is foregut, can be divided into foregut, midgut, and hindgut, and this is complete and more complex than the lower organism. Blood vascular system is open type. Food is actually transferred by the blood, and it have a hemocyanin in some of them. On some of them, the character of blood will be white in color. Respiratory organs will be gills or book gills, which is present in the aquatic forms, and which are in terrestrial forms. It will be in book lungs or the trachea. Okay, so trachea will end in a smaller holes called spiracles. Okay, spiracles are small holes in the side of the body. We will learn these things in the next chapter. Okay, no issue. Next one is the excretory organ. First one is the Malpighian tubule or green glands, as we discussed yesterday only. This will be attached to the digestive system and help in the excretion of the nitrogenous salt, water, and waste, and help in the osmoregulation. In some of the members which are present in aquatic forms or derived from there also are coxal gland. As you can see here, coxal glands are attached in the frontal portion of the body. Yesterday I didn't add this picture. Some of you guys asked, that's why I added this picture today. Okay, they have a filtration membrane, so they will also filtrate the extra nitrogenous waste or salt concentration and help in the osmoregulation. Okay, so these are the things. So what we studied in the last class. Okay, so we will move on to the next one. So next one is the nervous system. Nervous system contain a little complex one. Okay, nervous system, if you consider, this will be more complex than the annelida. Okay, but these are actually similar to that. Okay, so these are also have the narrow rings with ganglia. Okay, so how it will control the body, that will be important, right? How it how it controls the body, that will be important. First one, the head of the body is very important because it only bears most of the sensors. Okay, head is bearing more sensors in that. That's why we call it as a formation of the head actually completed in this particular organism, because head means it should have a mouth and it should have some sensory organs. As you can see your body, so our head have a mouth. Our body also have some sensors like nose for the sensing any chemicals or smell, right? And eyes for the vision and ears for the hearing something, right? Hear the sound. So these are some of the sensors. So here is also we have antenna. Probably you already know, right? If you think this is an organism, consider it as a something, okay, ant. So you can see it have two actually long projections in their head. So what this antennas will do? These antennas can sense the environment. Okay, sense the environment. How it will do that? Okay, it will actually sense the vibrations. It will also sense the wind directions, and some of them also have the ability to sense a predator or the prey also based on their body, what you can say, chemicals which are secreting it. Okay, in some fishes also antenna is there. Ha, that's what. Yes, Seta. Okay. So that's a major thing. Antenna is very, very important. If you observe, if you cut the antenna of any those insects, then it will become problematic for them to sense their environment. Okay, even though they have the eyes, so they need the antenna. Okay, so for the proper survival, if you cut the antenna, they will die from one or another thing, because even though predator is there, they can't sense it. Okay, if they are behind it or if any chemicals are there, all those things. And these have eyes, and these are two types of eyes. One will be the simple eyes, as you can see in the this one, spider. Okay, how many eyes spider will have? How many do you guys think? Okay, yeah, correct. Another one will be the compound. Ha, correct, Jayant. Antenna is also used for the communication. Okay. Yes, the spiders normally have the correct Pushpa. 8 eyes, or you can say 4 pairs of eyes. Okay. So in those, two will be larger. Okay. If I write the picture of this one, okay, I just try to, okay, I'm not doing it properly. Those two eyes will be larger, and other eyes will be comparatively smaller. Here will be this mouth. Okay, it's almost looks like spider, not spider, right? So I will color it a little bit. So it have the legs, tiny legs. So this is our spider. Okay. So this is our spider. This have another one apparatus. Okay. So spiders will have the, why do they have that many of eyes? The arrangement of these eyes are not proper because I read it in a 2D. Okay. Those two eyes are majorly for the vision in the front. Okay. Other eyes actually help in the peripheral and behind vision. Normally about the peripheral vision. Okay. So even though they are looking at the prey, they can sense the things which is happening in the surrounding area through the other pair of the eyes. Okay. So that's, they have the simple kind of eyes. Okay. But some of the other organisms, different types of eyes called as the compound eyes. Okay. So what are these compound eyes then? Compounds are different eyes in perspective. Simple as one eye will be there. Okay. Yeah, correct. So housefly, or you take dragonfly. Okay, yeah, correct. All those insects. So what happens? These housefly, as you can observe, these eyes are divided into small rectangular pieces, right? A small pieces, something like this, right? This every piece is called ommatidia. Okay, there is no need to think about lot about this. Okay, called as ommatidia. What this will do, each one of them act as a single eye. Okay, each one of them act as a single eye, and they will capture that particular area of the vision. Okay, so if ommatidia is like that, it will observe up to this to this. Okay, and the beside one which is having ommatidia cover this one to this one. So what happens when it's watching in internal to its brain is visible some pictures in this form. Okay, so in this form, So in all these have the characters of the vision. Okay, instead of watching through directly, simple guys, we can think like this. Okay, instead of watching outside directly through our eyes, what happens if you watching through a window which have lot of bars? Okay, lot of bars. Then what happens? Everything will be divided into parts, right? So this is called multiple vision, correct? Okay, or you can also call this one as the mosaic vision. Okay, mosaic vision. Mosaic means what? Probably you already know about the mosaic art, right? Adding different types of the tiles, we will make a picture, right? Exactly like this. So it will have the mosaic kind of the vision. So what is the use of then? Just consider from here it's starting, from here to it ending. That means it can cover almost get a 360 view. Okay, 360-degree view it will get. Okay, or 270, more than 270 it always get, but it can get almost 360-degree view. So it can sense what is happening. Along with that, it also have who have like 270-degree view, they also have flexible necks. They can turn their necks in different directions. Okay, this also gives a complete idea about what is happening outside. Okay, but having multiple things also have some of the problems. So what is that problem then? These compounds have low resolution. Resolution, I know, I think you guys already know, right? Probably you already seen. So when you are watching YouTube videos, if you select a 244, it will be like very blurry. If you take 420 or 460, 720 or 1080 or 4K, then the picture will be very, very clear, right? Exactly same condition here. When we are watching, consider our vision as a this one 1080. Okay, simply I'm not telling it will be more resolution than that one. Just watch it like consider it as 1080p. Okay, yes, quality of the vision. But these insects vision will be almost like a 144 or 240p. Okay, that means blurred vision. The vision will be blurred. But what is the advantage? Advantage is cover most area. One is the cover most area, and it can sense the things more quickly. Okay, if something is flying from this side to this side, not only one eye, hundreds of ommatidia will cover that. Hundred of ommatidia will send a signal to the brain, its tiny brain. Okay, so it can sense or perceive the things more quickly than us. Okay, so what happens, even though we are moving our hand in a very fast, it will see that in the slow motion. Okay, is it like a flash? Probably you guys already know about flash, right? I think you know about the flash, like flash. Okay, so what he will do, if you drop a cup, he will go and come back and pick it up, right? Exactly like that. So when you think that I'm coming from that much of speed and everything, it can sense it lying back, and it can see it in a slow motion, so it will fly away. Okay, so several hundred something, bro. I didn't. Ha, like in Maki movie. Ha, ha, correct, correct. Then how you have to kill? If you want to kill that one, housefly, okay, you have to move the things slowly. Okay, if you move the things very, very slowly up to the near, it will ignore it. Okay, then you have to kill that. That's why houseflies have slow speed. Okay, even the dragonflies also. But dragonflies visions will be more restricted to the front of the eyes. So that's why dragonflies, everyone know that, right? Dragonflies, something will be like this. Uh, Something will be like this. Okay, so this dragonflies, if you want to find, or if you want to capture a dragonfly, you have to come from this side and you have to hold the wings. Then you can find, hold it or catch it. Okay, if you're coming from this side, you never catch it. Okay, so that's the technique, because its vision, field of vision is cover only this percent, so behind it can't sense. Okay, so that's how it works. And the third one is the status cyst. No need to explain that one more time, because status cyst is the balance organ which is normally present in the aquatic forms. Okay, majorly in aquatic forms, not in the aerial forms. In aerial forms, they have a completely different structure. Okay, behind their legs, behind their wings. So those actually help. That's not in the syllabus. We will learn a little bit about them in the structural organization. Okay, when we are discussing about the cockroach. So next one is the hormones, pheromones, and their communication. Okay. So what do you mean by hormones? Anybody tell me what is the meaning of hormones? Anybody? So I'm waiting from both the sides. Anyone? I'm checking in YouTube also. Yes, what's the meaning of hormones? As a skeleton develops, arthropods exoskeleton also develops. Yeah. But difference is, we will come to know. No, skeleton is made up of chitin in there, Surabhi. But removal of skeleton also happens. That we learned today. Okay. Chemical secretions cemented by the body. Okay, correct, absolutely correct. Okay, the only thing we have to add is like these are the chemical substances which will be secreted from our body. Another one thing is this has some functions. Okay, this will have some functions. Yes, this may be a messenger, or this may be to stimulate something or to retard something. Okay, all those things. So most of you guys will have the growth hormone. If you don't have the growth hormone, then what happens? You will become dwarf. Okay, that is called dwarfism. Okay, but it should be in a proper amount. If it has become more, then what happens? You will grow like a big. You will be continuously growing, and you will become another one, gigantism. Okay, correct, giant, right, Deepika. Gigantism. Okay, so a balance of the hormones also very important. Remember, these are the first invertebrates which have the ability to produce the hormones. Okay, so these produce some of the steroidal hormones. We will learn about steroids, and some of them are lipid hormones. Okay, don't take tension about steroid, sterol, lipid, and everything. You will learn those in the biomolecule chapter. Probably you will also learn it in the chemistry. Yeah, about sterols you will learn it in the in steroids. I don't steroids also there. Yeah, sterols are there. Steroids we will learn it in the biochemical chapter. No issue. Okay, it's a kind of aromatic compounds with some different kinds of structures. Okay, so there are some lipid hormones are there. It can also you can find it in the insect. This will actually control the body positions and how the body should grow and when it should reach the adult stage, all those things. Okay, but there is another one it will produce. Those are called pheromones. Pheromones also are aromatic compounds, but these are having a higher importance. Okay, so what are these? Pheromones are messenger or communicating chemicals. Okay, communication chemicals. So what it will do then? Okay, so I want to give a simple example. So you see a beehive, okay, honey beehive, and you know that it is having a rich amount of the sugar, sorry, this one, honey, okay. You want to bring that down, then what you will do? You may wear something, or if you are completely daredevil, we will think like that, okay. You will put a fire and you want to cut those things, okay. Then what happens is one honeybee come and bite you. Okay, so what you will do? Instead of you have to pluck it out, right? Instead of you can do that. You may kill it. Okay, then what happens? The attack of honeybees will increase on you. Why it happened like that? How the other members will got to know about you killing their mate? Okay, so they never not to go. Correct, exactly. Okay. When you kill that particular honey bee, it will secrete some pheromones. Okay, some pheromones, some of the chemicals. Those chemicals are cause irritation to the other honeybees. So other irritating honeybees will come and attack you by thinking that you are the one which has actually sprayed that pheromone. Okay. Yeah, it is also shown by several group of insects, including the ants. Okay, this helps in communication. This helps in reproduction. Okay, these pheromones only help to find the male and female. Okay, here you can see a female is there and it is actually secreting a kind of pheromones. Okay, this particular male actually by observing these pheromones, it's coming towards them. Okay, coming towards the female. Okay, so I'm telling one more time. Pheromones are the chemical that is different. Formic acid is different. Formic acid are the chemicals that's also secreted by some kind of the ants. Pheromones are aromatic chemicals which is secreted by the insects, which help in the communication and also in the sending messages from one individual to the another individual. Okay, those are really great. Okay. So yeah, this is also about the protection, mating, several uses are there depending upon that. And the compound or the pheromones are different from each individual species. So that's why one can't be mingled with some other things. Okay, the honeybees will produce different kinds of pheromones. The moths will produce different kinds of pheromones. Okay, ants will produce different kinds of pheromones. They also mark the territory. Okay, ants have the territory, guys. Not only we have the territory, ants also have the territory. They will mark their territory with that particular kind of the pheromones also. Okay, that much complex it is. But we can also use these pheromones as the insect, against this insect also. How we can use it? Okay, how pheromones help in the reproduction? As I already told you, the female or the male will produce the pheromones. Normally, females will produce the pheromones. Those will be travel through the air. Okay, when a male insect will sense that, it will travel towards the pheromone, so it can easily find the female. Okay, so we will utilize this particular thing and we try to use for our beneficiary. Okay, so you can create this pheromones chemically in the lab. If you spray it in the, or if you put the cloth in that and if you put it in a corner of your field, okay, if that particular insect causing that pheromones is actually a pathogen in your field, then all those insects will attract to that cloth which is dipped by in the pheromone. Okay, if you put some any cover or anything in that, all the insects will coming to there for the pheromones, or thinking that a female is there or something is there, they will get. We can kill them. Okay, using different processes. Okay, we can kill them. So we use it in that process also. Okay. Yeah, no. What are those green dots? Green dots are different kinds of the pheromones secreted from the other insects. Okay. So trapped. We can trap that. Like the glow. No. Hormones are growth chemicals. Hormones are growth chemicals which help in the growth of the body and the development of the different processes. Okay, that much only. We will learn that in the later. Okay. So communication is mainly used on the pheromones also, and some of them also developed another one. Not available in the market because this will be costlier. The other types of will be available, but they should be taken used considering different processes. Don't think that all these things are very easy. Okay, it have a lot of processes to do, because you can't use regular pheromones because you can kill other native species also. So have to be taken a lot of care when we are using all those things. Okay, so like the one second, why it's okay. No, look here, communication, not only this, we can also, some of the insects also use bioluminescence, as you can see here. Okay, bioluminescence for the communication. Okay, this bioluminescence can also show the threat, also show the this one, what you can say, try to find the mate. Also, it can use the bioluminescence. Okay, it can use the different intensity of light and different coloration of the lights. All those things also there. Yes, Realme C15, correct. We mentioned it. Okay, this bioluminescence, you are asking like, can we produce the electricity using the same methods of the bioluminescence? Actually, it's hard, because bioluminescence, what happens? The chemicals will be disintegrated, and these will, when those electrons jumping from one state to the another state, it will produce the it will produce the light, or loss will happen in the form of light without causing any heat. Okay, but the issue is, how can you produce the electricity? The first thing is, you have to transfer that energy which is actually producing the light into the flow, right? Electricity or electron flow for making a current, right? But the amount is so small. When you try to transfer it, then only there will be some loss will be there, right? Because whenever what is happening, you should obey all the laws of the thermodynamics, right? So always there will be something will be lost when we are doing the process. This amount is so low, all those things will be lost in the process only. That's why we never tried this one. Okay. No. Pheromones are different. Bioluminescence are different. Both of them are not same. Okay. Transmission loss. Kash. Why you write lipid is not hormone? Hormones have different kinds. So don't take tension about that. Hormones can be divided into steroidal hormone, lipid hormone, all the different things. So that's what I'm mentioning. It may be a steroidal hormone or it may be a lipid hormone. Okay. Not all the lipids are hormones. Some of the hormones are the derivatives of the lipids. Okay. That's what we are mentioning here. Okay. Shall we move? So no, this is not so important, but you should know about this thing. Okay. Then what about the sexes in here? Okay. These are dioecious. I'm not telling what is the meaning of dioecious. Or can we transfer a bioluminescent gene to another species? Actually, we can do lots. We can do that. We can transfer the bioluminescent gene to the other organism. We have a ROX gene. Don't take attention about the names of the genes. Okay, names of the genes are complex. So we can do that. We already tried it. Okay. We also tried to transfer the fireflies genes to the some other plants also. But it don't have that many significance. Okay, we can transfer it. We have the different technology called CRISPR and Cas9 technology, but it do not have that much of significance. So that's why we are not doing it. Okay, dioecious or unisexual. Correct. Okay, so these are dioecious. That means sexes are separate. That's very important in this particular one. Okay, and you can also see the sexual dimorphism. Okay, you can also see the sexual dimorphism. So best example I can give you here is the butterfly. Okay, as you can see here, a male will be having different coloration and female will be having different coloration. Okay, male and female have the different coloration. This actually, okay, this is a rare kind. Okay, sometimes what happened due to some changes in the zygote formation, some of the insect will have both male and female. Okay, so then what happens? A part of body will act like a male and part of the body will act like a female. Okay, this actually that kind of the individual, not a species, individual. Okay, so I just want to show the male and female. That's why I selected this one. Okay, yeah, no, guys, those are completely different. Transgender means transfer of gender from the one to another. Okay, a male, if he transferred to the female, then he will be a transgender. A female, if she is transferred from female to the male, then she will be a transgender. Okay, so trans means moving, right? Transport, exactly same time. They move from one gender to the another gender, it's a transgender. Okay, so this is not a transgender. Okay, yeah, size of the wings, color of the wings, and all those things, size of the body, everything will be different. Okay, different. Some of them, male will have a larger horn and female will have smaller horn. All those things also matter. Okay, and how, what would be the development? Okay, development will be internal. Okay, development will be internal. That means, sorry, fertilization will be internal. Okay. Second thing will be, these are oviparous. That means they will lay the eggs. Normally they will lay the eggs only. Okay. But development may be the direct or indirect. We can't say this is like this only, because some of the organism will have the larva stage, some of them don't. Exactly, Ajay. Okay, it may be direct, it may be indirect. Okay, so are there no phases like polyp and medusa? No, Ayat. Polyp and medusa phases only restricted to nidaria, not in any other thing. Okay, it have the different phase though. It have the larva stage and the adult stage. Okay, not polyp and medusa. And the next one is the parental care. What is the meaning of parental care? Parental care means how the parents will take care of their children. Okay, exactly, right. So your father and mother take care of yourself. That's called parental care, which is highly developed in mollusca. Okay, if you go for the fishers, we will leave the fishers. Okay, we will go for some porifera or something. There, what happens? They will produce the egg. They will produce the sperm. It will fertilize, and those progeny will try to survive. There is no parental care, right? A parent is not at all taking care of their progeny, but these organisms show the parental care. I just want to show an image of the scorpion. Okay, what happens in here is the scorpion, after hatching, carry their new ones on their back until they grow a little bit big. Okay, because otherwise all those will be dead because of the predatory attacks. Okay, so this kind of nature is called as the parental care. Okay, Why the color is opposite? In here, this is new one, right? This is still a new one. That's why in white only. Later it will turn change color. Okay. In starting, all of them will have the light color on. Okay. If you observe the cockroach, you will better understand, right? Cockroach in the initial phases will be more whitish, right? Later it will turn into a brown color, right? Hachirant, do you have any doubt? Why parental care came only in arthropoda, not in other phylum? We don't know exactly. Okay, probably because of this one higher level of the brain not brain. Okay, nervous system probably. Okay, so where actually parental care become matters. Where actually it is producing very low number of progeny, and most of those progenies are actually this is predated by some other organisms. Then what happens? The species number will get reduced. That's what make that particular organism to go for the parental care. Okay, so probably that may be the thing. That may be the thing happen. Okay, and not in all arthropoda you can find the parental care. Okay, you can find it in only few members. Okay, if you take care of butterfly, there is no parental care. Okay, but only find in some of them. Okay, very some of them only. Some of them also show parthenogenesis, that means production of young one without fertilization. Okay, production of young ones without fertilization. So that's called as parthenogenesis. Okay, that's also you can find without fusing with the sperm, the egg will directly give rise to a new one. Okay, egg will directly give rise to a new one. So it's called as asexual reproduction. It's kind of asexual reproduction. Okay, how it will happen? Okay, no. Scorpion won't die. Okay, I also seen in some of the WhatsApp fake posts, some of them write like the scorpion is like the greatest mother in the world because it will carry all its progeny and it will feed its own flesh and it will die, all those nonsense. Okay, because none of them is correct, because it will only carry those progeny until some days, until the progeny will get a little bit bigger, then it will leave them. Okay, then it will leave them. Do not give it meat or anything, nothing will happen, it will survive. Okay, so after giving birth to young ones, mothers how, sir, parthenogenesis? Yeah, parthenogenesis, what happens? So some of the eggs, without changing, okay, without get fertilized, can directly go for zygote. How it happening? It happens through the different kinds of hormones which is produced in the body. Okay, when it directly go to the particular stage, that means directly went for the this one zygote, then everything will be normal. Okay, how they will get nutrition? Which one? This one. This one will, in the starting phases, nutrition will be majorly on the prey which is actually killed by this only. Okay, so starting phases the energy requirement is very low. Later it will try to find the insects, soil insects or smaller prey. Okay, then we will go for the some other things. Okay, parthenogenesis means asexual mode of reproduction. Yes, Anil, as we told, right? Parthenogenesis is kind of asexual reproduction. How they will lizard goes to parthenogenesis. Several other organisms are there, they will also go for parthenogenesis. Okay, yeah, we will move on then. So there is one important topic I just want to mention, that is the ecdysis or the metamorphosis. Okay, only no multiple times, coach. Okay, yeah, so what is ecdysis and metamorphosis then? So when, yeah, segmentation. I will mention. Okay, sorry, I forgot probably. Okay, so what happens when they lay eggs? These eggs will form larva. Okay, yeah, I will come back to that, Tanuja, 1 second. Okay, so this will form a larva, and this larva will undergo, like, it will go for rapid eating and everything. Okay, so when we get a proper nutrition, it will secrete some kind of layers and spindle itself and go for the a stage where it can transfer itself into some other form. Okay, so that stage is called pupa. After some time, after transformation, it will give rise to a adult one. Okay, so how can you divide this? These adults function is to get fertilized and produce the eggs. Okay, it do not have any other function. Okay, so if you observe the butterfly life cycle, as you can see here, this is the larva of this particular butterfly, and this is the pupa, and this is the butterfly. If you observe this, these larvae do not have any sexual organ. Okay, do not have any sexual organ. Then what's its function? Its function is only to feed. Okay, it will feed, feed, feed. It will get energy. It will become big, and it will go for the pupa stage. If you take care of the adult, it do not have particular kind of the mouth part. Okay, adult do not have the mouth part in butterfly. I'm only mentioning about mouth part in the butterfly. It do not have, it only have a pipe-like structure where it can only absorb the water or the nectar. Okay, so it can't eat the leaf. So why it is that the adult's only work is to get fertilized and lay eggs. It do not have any other function. Okay, so it have kind of an circular thing. Okay, so it, why does it belong to butterfly? Yeah. So why can't it can directly give rise to the directly give rise to a new organism? Why have to go for all these processes? Okay. Yeah, yes. 1 second. I will come to your question. Okay. So, guys, remember when we are having more than one names, why we mention that, as we already discussed, right? We are already using some names. Okay, and we will use a new terms. There will be two terms we are using at a time. Okay, so then when we come to the final stage, when we got to know that two terms are there, both of them are used by scientists, a group of scientists from the several years. Instead of rejecting anyone, because if you reject that particular word, you can't do that, because already hundreds of papers will be there, books will be there, right? So instead of removing that word, we will use that one is this name, another is the another name. Okay, we will take care of like that. Okay, so pupa do not have any function. Pupa's function is transferring from the larva stage to the butterfly stage. It's a resting stage. Okay, where actually this can convert itself. Okay, so why it is going through all this process majorly tells about how it can transfer the things. Okay, a particular egg can't give rise to a particular butterfly. Okay, eggs will be this much small. If it gives rise to a butterfly, this will be this much small only. Okay, it's like this one, fruit fly. Okay, if it wants to fly high, it can't. It can only fly about certain meters. Okay, it can't grow big, because these structures, what you can see here, wings, are actually made up of a chitinous structures. These are acellular structures. Okay, part of the structures. So it can't grow big. It should be in this position only. Okay, then what happens? It can feed. It have the mouth parts and everything, but it will be useless because it can't transfer. It should be in the one particular range only. Okay, if it do like this, what if it go for a larva stage instead of direct adult? This larva can grow big. Okay, then it can accumulate all the food. Then it can transfer into a bigger adult. This adult will have the larger range for finding the mate. Okay, it will have larger range, right? So it can do all those things. So that's the important in here. Okay, what's the reason for the wing color? For the attraction, or to stop the predators? Okay, several reasons are there. We can compare it to polymorph in Nidaria. No, Chiran, you can't, because in polymorph in Nidaria, we have asexual and sexual things. Here there is no asexual reproduction. Only sexual reproduction is there, and that's also through the process. It's not a kind of this one living and asexual and sexual kind of thing. But this is also kind of alternation. You can generation. You can only take those parts. Okay. Two kinds of life cycle will be there. You can take that part only. Okay, so that's the major thing. They went for this instead of going directly. Okay, so this is a complete kind of thing. Okay, this is a complete kind of thing. How it came, you are asking how the color came, right? The color of these things is based on the chemicals which is present on them, for some of them only, and in some of them actually it's because of the refraction of the light in these smaller microscopic scales. Okay, it have a smaller microscopic scale. This will refract the light in different direction. That also gives the color in some of the butterflies. And in some other types of the butterflies, it's majorly because of the coloring pigments which actually contains. Okay. Different species. Why we are different? Why cat and dogs are different? or why different cats or different cattle are different? Exactly same kind here also. Okay, different species developed in different environment. Depending upon the environment, depending upon to differentiate the mate, possible mates, it will be in a different color. Okay, if two species having a similar color, then what happens? If they mate without knowing that they are belongs to same species, because all are similar, then it won't get fertilizers. Then all the process will be waste, right? That's why they will choose to get different colors. I already told you, Tejas. Just go for the last class. Okay, we will mention it one more time. Where are the segments? I will go to the segments. Okay. So as you mentioned, this is the major thing in here. Okay. So that's the compartment of wings. It can be what you can say removed off. Okay. So once again, guys, I just mentioned about another one thing. Then you can ask questions. Okay. In some of the organisms, this metamorphosis happen like this from larva to the adult form. In some other form, what happens? It can directly give from new one, and that new one will be similar to the other things, and later it will be transferred. And metamorphosis not present in all the arthropoda also. It only present in a kind of insect. Okay. And next thing about segments, actually I forgot to mention in the slides. Okay. I will mention it somewhere here. Okay. What about the segmentation? These are also show the metameric segmentation. These are also show the metameric segmentation in the larva in a very good manner. Okay. Metameric segmentation in larva in very good manner. Okay. Caterpillar means larva only. Caterpillar means larva only. Both are same. Okay. So, but in the adult, this segmentation is more confined. Hi, Inchira. Do you have any doubt? Yes. Metameric segmentation is more confined in the this one internal body, but less in the external body, as we discussed in the starting of the classes only. Okay, in arthropods, segmentation will be clearly you can see in internal to the body, but externally some of the organisms do not have that much of segmentation or variables in the adulthood, but it will show definitely in the larval form. Okay. So what is the nitrogenous waste? Nitrogenous waste here normally will be urea or uric acid, and but this one will be what you can say marine or aquatic forms will also have the nitrogenous waste. Okay, metamorphosis is transformation of one morphological stage of the organism to the another morphological stage of the organism. Okay, so transformation. Someone, what is the Malpighian tubules? Malpighian tubules are group of organs which is present in the attachment to the digestive system in arthropoda, which help in the excretion. Okay. So this, and when you go for the fossil arthropods, first kind of the arthropod kind of the structures you can find in the fossils. So those are called trilobites. These have the, as the name suggests, these have the jointed legs. Arthropoda means jointed legs, right? Sorry if I didn't mention, I forgot. Okay, arthropoda means jointed legs. These are the first trilobites are first organism which actually show the jointed legs. Okay, appendages. You can see that. Yes, jointed appendages. Okay, arthropoda can be divided into 7 classes, but we don't need the 7 class. We only need 3 classes. One is the crustacea, which have a very hard stony structure on them, okay, and have 5 this one appendages, 5 pairs of appendages. So as you can see, crab is the example. Second one is the class insecta, which have 3 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of wings. And third one is the arachnida. Arachnida belongs to spiders, which have 6 pairs of appendages in this 4 are legs, and 2 are the static appendages which help in the capturing of prey and all the other things. So we don't need 7 class, just remember about 3 class: crustacea, insecta, and arachnida. Okay, the name of the fossil, as I mentioned here, trilobite. Trilobite is the name of the organism which is present in the fossil. Okay, so next one is the type of mouth in an insect. Even though it's not important, I just want to mention it. Different types of mouth present in the insect, like chewing, as you can see in the locusta. Okay, locusta. Piercing and sucking type, as you can see in the mosquito. Okay, and siphoning type, as you can see in the butterfly. and a sponging type, as you can see in the housefly. Okay, different kinds of mouth parts will be in different insects based on their food habit. Okay, chewing means they will chew on the leaves. Piercing and sucking to pierce our body to get suck the blood. Okay, and siphoning to drink the water or to drink the nectar. And sponging is for the what sponging is for absorbing the nutrition from the fruit or the some other food. Okay, I told you, Lochan, powdery light of substances, which is also part of those wings. Actually, these will be outer depositions. Okay, outer depositions only that will be removed or shedded day by day. Okay, it will be shedded every time. So some of the common examples or economic examples will be honeybee, should have completed little earlier, right? Honeybee, which help in the production of honey, and silkworm actually help in the production of the silk. Different types of silk will be there for the cloth and all the things. Lackworm or lac insect, which actually infects the kind of plants and secrete kinds of the this one, what you can see, wax kind of the things, which is actually highly valuable in the market. Okay, so lac is also economically important because it produces the lac. Okay, lac insect we gave the name because it produces the lac, a waxy kind of substances. Okay, and this one is the bed bug. Some of you said you didn't saw, that's why I thought of mentioning it. And the next one we are locusta. Okay, locusta, which we already seen about this, a gregarious pest. Okay, a limulus king crab, a living fossil. This it's called as a living fossil because it's not at all changed from the several hundreds of years. Okay, and its blood is blue in color and having real importance because these can actually one sec. Okay, regional name of the bed bug, I mean Kannada, tigane. Okay, any uses from the illness, that's what I'm mentioning. The king crab is we will extract its blue color blood, which actually highly important in medical industry because it have kind of what you can say, how I can say, a kind of bodies or the cells in their body or in the blood that actually help to detect different kinds of bacterial poison. Okay, bacterial poisons, and also help in the that's why we used as a media to we don't want to mention the media. Okay, you just mention it like in the medical care industry. Okay, to find the a particular kind of particular or selecting a particular kind of the bacteria and the host. Okay, how fossil get nutrition? Chirant, various silkworm for cocoons. Correct. Okay, fossil get nutrition. Fossil means one time it's alive, later it dead, then it gets fossilized. Probably you guys already learned about fossils in the high school, right? Those particular fossils, what we find after hundreds of thousands of years, we divided or we classified them based on their characters and we gave the name. Okay, how it got nutrition means that time also plants and everything is there. Edible, I'm not sure king crab is edible or not. Okay, show mouth parts as just take a screenshot, bro. Okay, limulus not killing, no, we will only extract a part of the blood and again we will leave. Okay, leave to the ocean. There are some organizations are there who are working on the production of the limulus also. Okay, we sum up some other mosquitoes also. We have a culex, anopheles and aedes, all the kinds of mosquitoes which can be harmful. Okay, just check about their pictures and study a little bit about them. Okay, so how to differentiate on the things. 1 second, I will come back to that. Okay, so next will be some of the common human diseases transmitted by the insect. I'm not explaining this because you will learn these things again in the 12th class, but just we will make sure there are like several kinds of this one characters will be there or diseases are there. It will be housefly, a sandfly or tsetse fly also cause some of the diseases. Rat flea will cause the transmit the bubonic plague. Okay, and this one, mosquitoes also, several kinds of mosquitoes will transfer different kinds of the disease causing agents, and lice also can transfer some of the this one what you can say, diseases. That's why we will normally avoid lice. Okay. And triatomids works. So these are also kind of insects which is present in the American region. Okay. These also can transfer some of the diseases. Okay. So once again, guys. Yes, these are the major things. What you can see about this. Okay. Yes. Just go through it. I'm just mentioning it in here only. Just what you guys do is when I upload the notes, just check with all these insects and their characters. Okay, insects and their characters. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I want to mention another one thing. Actually, I left it in here. Okay, so apart from the metamorphosis, another one term is there. That is, I just want to mention it now. Okay, that is called molting. Okay, what is molting? Molting means shedding of old skin. Okay, shedding of old skin. How it is different than ecdysis? How it is different than ecdysis or metamorphosis? Shedding of old skin means old skin will be shedded, but that will be looks like exactly same. You can think about the snakes. Okay, how snakes will do, right? So exactly same kind. Okay, sandflies. I have to show the picture, bro. Otherwise I can't show. Okay, just search in the internet. You will find see the structures because we don't find in here. That's why I can't say a name. Okay. So shedding of the old skin means like a kind of the snake. Before it shedding skin also, the snake will be like that only. After shedding the skin also, the snake will be like that only. Morphologically, it never gets changed, right? That is called molting. Okay. If the morphologically it will become different, then it will called as ecdysis or metamorphosis. Meta means big, morphosis means external structure. Externally, in a major thing, it's change. Major change is happening. Okay, that's called metamorphosis. Don't get confused with these two words. These are different. Okay, in molting, shedding of the old skin, organism looks same. Organism still looks same. Okay, organism still looks same only. Okay, so what we left? One question came. Okay, so silkworms also shed their old skin. Exactly, correct. Sir, meat of this means segment only. Metamorphosis means processing segment. No, no, no. I will come back to you. Okay, so try to answer this question. Okay, common character in almost all insects: two pairs of wings, three pairs of legs, two pairs of antenna, one pair of abdominal appendage. I just want to launch the poll. Okay, just answer in the here only. Poll only. Don't answer it in the chat box. Zoom, who are in Zoom, because I have some of the doubts. It will go out otherwise. Okay. Remember, metamorphosis means removing of the older structure, older morphological structure, and getting the new structure. Okay, it doesn't have to do anything with the segmentation. The segmentation is called metameric segmentation, metamerism. Metamerism or metameric segmentation means possessing of the segments. Okay, this is different. Ecdysis or metamerism is different. Okay, so don't confuse with this. Metameric segmentation is different and this one is different. Okay, so don't get confused, guys. Okay, so we'll see. We already see this. I also told the character of the insect, and we also solved one question related which one is the insect. That time also I told. Still I'm getting a lot of wrong answers. We'll see what happens. Okay, you guys have another 5 seconds. I'm ending the poll. Yep. Okay, so no problem. Okay, I'm ending the poll and I'm sharing the results. 19% chosen option A, 39% B, 24% C, and 19% D. Yes, most of you guys answered wrong, but we'll see. Okay, so two pairs of wings. Okay, we'll see that having two pairs of wings. Okay, correct. Three pairs of legs. Okay, yeah, this is correct. Okay, two pairs of antenna. That means looking something look like that. You can't remove. You can remove this easily. One pair of abdominal appendage. Abdomen never have appendages. Only the thoracic region will have the appendages. Thoracic means our Thoracic, in thorax region only have appendages. Abdominal do not have any appendages. So this also you can be easily removed. Okay. We're left with two things. So two pairs of wings, three pairs of legs. Okay. Think about an insect which do not have a wing. Okay. Then how can you say that it's an insect or it belongs to insect? Okay. Because even though it may have wings or not, even though two pairs of wings is correct in most of the terms, the most correct answer is the three pairs of legs, which can be present in all the groups of class Insecta. All the groups of class, all the members of class Insecta will have the three pairs of legs only without any changes. Okay. So we'll come to the next one. That's Mollusca, the soft-bodied animals. The meaning only will be soft-bodied animals. Okay. So as you can see here, octopus here. Okay. Octopus, guys, remember, octopus and squids are the most intelligent invertebrates. Okay. Most, this one, what you can say, intelligent invertebrates. I'm talking about only invertebrates. I'm not at all talking about the vertebrates. Okay. I'm not at all talking about vertebrates. I'm only talking about the invertebrates. Okay. So name one insect without wing. You can take silverfish only. Silverfishes do not have any wings, right? So you can take that also. And you can take about bedbugs. Bedbugs also do not have any wings. Yes, right. Can open jar. Yeah. Squid is also, yeah, squid is also intelligent. Octopus is also very, very intelligent. Okay. Those are the tasks: opening of the jar and finding something. All of them are called tasks. Okay. If they can remove the solution, it will come to a solution or what? If it is coming to a solution, how it's coming to a solution, all those things we will discuss. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we not only that, there are several other types also there. Okay. We will learn what are those things. Okay. First one is the habitat. Most of them are aquatic. Okay. Some of them also find in damp areas. Okay. You can also find in the damp area. So I can take an example of a squid, all this in here, and I can take example of snail in here. Okay. Yeah. And what will be the body form? Okay. How will be the body form? That's very important, right? Body is, as we already mentioned, soft, and it normally unsegmented. Okay. Yeah, I will come to this unsegmented. Symmetry is here, right? It will be unsegmented. Body can be divided into head and muscular hump, and there is also visceral foot. Okay, visceral foot. What is the meaning of this then? Head means, you know that, right? A part of the head. One second, guys, I will show you. This is a head part. Okay, a head part. Sorry, where is the head? This here, not here. Okay, a part of the head. As you can see, that is one. And muscular hump. Okay, hump means a circular, like this kind of structure, which is made up of the muscles. So this is the hump, as you can see here, and it have a visceral foot. Visceral means a soft kind of structure, a visceral or soft foot. Okay, body can be divided into three types. So head, muscular hump, and a visceral foot. Okay, visceral hump. Not. Okay. I did ulta. Right. Correct. Sorry. Okay. Visceral hump, and muscular foot. I write it ulta. Sorry for that. Okay. So yeah, visceral hump and the muscular foot, as you can find it in here. Okay. What is gonad? Gonad means sperm and egg producing structure. Okay. Yes, I made a mistake. I'm just corrected it now. Okay. So it have a visceral hump and the muscular kind of the foot. Then what will be the symmetry? These are actually bilateral symmetry, normally bilateral symmetry. Okay. Yes. What is visceral hump? Visceral hump is a soft tissue deposition on the back of the body. Okay, so it only contains major organs. So hump means like, you know, the hump, right? In road there will be hump, right? So this is called hump, right? So ox hump, exactly like that only. Here a soft hump like structure is formed. That's what called hump. Okay. So muscular feet means having muscles. Feet contain muscles, so it can do the movement. Okay. So having a bilateral symmetry, but some of them like pila and something in the adult have become asymmetrical. Okay, why these become asymmetrical? Because of the twisting. Okay, because of the twisting. What happens while they are developing? The body will get twisted, twisted, twisted. That's what make them change their symmetry from bilateral to the asymmetrical kind of the symmetry. Okay, pila means con. What you can say here? You can see right. This belongs to the pila. Okay, so all these things. Those are not radial. Okay, don't think that these are radial. These are not radial. Normally they are bilateral, and some of the organism will show asymmetry due to the twisting of the body. Only that's also only in the adult form. Only in the adult form. Okay, what will be the shell then? Okay, so shell will having a shell, or I can simply say shell, which is actually secreted by a part of the body called mantle. Okay, part of the body called mantle. As you can see here, this visceral hump have a thin layer that's called mantle. Shell is actually secreted by the mantle. Mantle will secrete the shell, and this particular one is shell is made up of the regularly of the lime. Okay, what's lime then? What's the chemical formula of lime? Is shell a bone? No, we normally won't say shell a bone. Okay, shell is different, bone is different. Shell is means just a covering. Okay, so that's why we don't say it. No, no, no. Correct, right. Lime means CaCO3. Okay, normally lime is called CaCO3. That's what we normally call it like that. Okay, but this shell, or you can simply consider this as a skeleton also, can find it externally. Okay, as you can see here, all these things, oysters and all those things, correct, calcium carbonate. And you can also find it internally. Where you can find internally, you can find it in squid, okay, or in cuttlefish, or this cell are altogether absent. Where it is completely absent, okay, where it is completely absent, it's absent in the octopus, or you can simply say it is in the devilfish. Okay, why is CO3? Okay, yes, correct, exactly. So why it is all the organism, why it is always going for CaCO3? Even coral we will see CaCO3, here also CaCO3. Okay, what is the reason between CaCO3 for choosing? Right, we have several other materials are there. We have lot of silica is there, right? So why it is happening like that? Because these CaCO3, it is not collecting from the outside and putting together. These are actually collecting in the body, and then it is secreted outside. Okay, there are several things are there. Okay, if we take anything or any compound which related to the silica, it is too hard. Okay, silica structures are too hard, but it is same kind. It is very hard to make it or to build also. Okay, even though silica is found, but creating a structure out of the silica is very hard. Okay, very problematic process. It needs a lot of energy. But calcium carbonate can be available in the ocean readily, because whatever the CO3 is eliminated, and whatever the this one, what you can say, volcanic ash which is released, okay, everything will be deposited in the form of calcium carbonate only. Those calcium carbonated can be easily made changes, because even though it is what you can say strong also, in the same time it can be modified as the organism wants. Okay, that's why instead of choosing any other elements, some of the elements you can never think about it, because you can't do it. Like if you take a later kind of the metals or any other kind of compounds, it can't do that. And those much of ions are not at all available. Those much of compounds are not at all available in the water. But readily available thing is calcium carbonate, and you can also check the silica substances. But silica are very hard to form. That's why only few organisms will make use of that, but most of them will make use of the calcium carbonate only. And another one speciality of this is, when this calcium carbonate molecule is arranged in a particular form, this become very strong. Correct, Pritam, right? These are the hardest material. Yeah, some of them will become very strong, not all of them. Okay, how the arrangement is happening, that also matters. Okay, so not all of them become that much strong, but it will give sufficient protection from the other things. Okay. What is squid? I will show you what is squid and all the things. I have all the photos. Okay. We will see that. Okay. So that's the criteria. That's what make them select this one instead of the other thing. Okay. So what is absent in octopus? The shell is absent in octopus. All this belongs to shell only. Shell is absent in octopus. Okay, that's why it can move readily like anywhere. Okay, so this is the oyster. As you can see, outer covering is made of calcium carbonate. Internally it have pearl. Okay, I will again tell you how the pearls are formed and everything in the tomorrow class one more time. Okay, I launched this one NPS, the teacher NPS. You answer, and in the meantime, if you have any doubts, just ask. Okay, we will close the class, today's class here only. Bro, Bex, Bex code board. Bex, I didn't understand, Shirant. Basavana Hudu, I understand up to that. Later, I didn't understand. Ha, correct, Maulya. Trilobites are the first orthopods, what we know till date. Okay, what is it? I will show you. It's in the later part. I will show the pictures and everything. Don't take attention. Okay. Parthenogenesis explain, Madi. Yeah. I will explain parthenogenesis one more time. Paila, I will explain that also. I will take this one. Where it is? Here, I think. Screen, black screen. Silkworm is related to the this one, not related to butterfly. It's related to the moth. Okay. They think about the fish oil, Chandana. If you eat the fish, it will have fish oil. That's why brain will become more active like that. So it's somewhat like it will give the nutrition, all essential minerals and nutrition. That is the main reason. Okay. Yeah. You can. Okay. Pila, I will explain first. In the initial stages, pila will be like this. Okay. So you can simply consider like this. So you can make bilateral symmetry. Later, this will develop this one. Okay. Then this body is completely twisted inside. Then you can't do a bilateral symmetry because both of the things will not be equal. Even in the case of this also, what you can see. If you consider something like this also, the organisms will be like this. Okay. So because of the twisted body, you can't consider it as the bilateral. Okay. So that's the adult only. Okay. Yeah, because Shreya, it has some secretions. Even though it passed on the sharp knife, it won't cut because it has some secretion that will cover this surface. That's why. Okay. Green glands in arthropoda, nothing than this one only. What is that? So we already discussed, right? It will be attached to here to the digestive system. It will do the process of excretion. That means the excretion of nitrogenous waste which can be produced in here and all the things. Why it is attached to digestive system? Because here it will get the site for the attachment. Okay, we will learn more about it when we are studying about cockroach. Okay. Because Shivraj, it can do several other tasks, what we give the task other than the other invertebrate. If you tell something to, or if you tell a fish to do not fish, take any other invertebrate. Okay. If you tell some insect to do some certain task, and if you tell them to make the same thing tomorrow, tell them means by observing him, it won't do. But the octopus will learn, it will remember, and it will do next day in a very easy process. That's why we call it as more intelligent. Okay. Some things. Metamorphosis. Okay. How metamorphosis happens? Metamorphosis, insect larva will be there. This larva will feed. Okay. Thank you, Rishika. Okay. I'm explaining. I'm explaining. 1 second. Okay. So metamorphosis and ecdysis both are same. I'm explaining about metamorphosis, morphosis, or ecdysis only. Okay. Ecdysis only. So what happens? So these larvae will feed. Then what it will do? It will go for the next process. Okay. What is that next process? It will go for a stage where it can, Shalini, do you have any doubt? So it will find itself within a protective covering, and in this different body will form a different kind of structures. The structures will be changing, okay, by utilizing all the energy which is stored in the pupa stage, in the larva stage, okay. This is what we call pupa stage, that means resting stage, okay. It's going for resting and transformation, okay. After the transformation, it will form the adult. This adult will have the only one function, that's the reproduction, okay. Reproduction is the function of the this adult. By laying the eggs, this legs again give the this one. So this is called as the metamorphosis, okay. But if you consider not metagenesis, metamorphosis, genesis means different, okay. Only concerned about these words, okay. This is or metamorphosis. But if you take molting, there what happens? In molting, what happens? A cockroach will be there. This cockroach will give rise to a smaller, eggs. These will egg rise to a smaller cockroaches. Okay, these smaller progeny will look exactly like this. Okay, similar, looks exactly similar, but these are smaller in structure and having a different color. Okay, different color. Then it will remove of the outer covering and it will grow big. This is called as the molting. Okay, here the shape does not change. Shape will be same only. But what happens? What happens? The only thing which is happening is outer skin is shedding off to protect to grow big. To grow big. Okay. How form egg in butterfly? Same as in the other organism. Same as in the other organism. Male and female will fuse. Internal fertilization will happen. Sperm will be transferred to the female butterfly. It's in the abdomen of the female butterfly. The eggs will be formed and it will be laid on the leaf. Okay. Some question. What is it, Tanuja? I forgot what you said. You asked me to explain something. I forgot what. Parthenogenesis. Okay. How the parthenogenesis occurs. Okay. Sometimes what happens, instead of a particular egg or egg mother cell will be there, instead of going for next division and form egg and go for fusing with the sperm and form a zygote, these will go for another one route, that is due to the change in hormones or the different influences, these will directly form the zygote. Okay, this will directly form the zygote without any fertilization process. So without any fertilization process is happening, that's why we call this as the parthenogenesis. Okay, parthenogenesis means without fertilization, a formation of the new individual. Okay, without fertilization, what's happening here? New individual is happening. Okay, we are not going through how it will happen within the particular cell, because that will take us to the different level. That's what we will study in the BSc in the molecular biology. Okay, BSc in molecular biology, we will learn how the parthenogenesis process will happen. Until that, we will learn only about like how the changes will happen or how it's happening. Okay. And sir, could you explain the structure of the slugs? So what we mentioned in the first phase, this is actually a common or hypothetical structure of the slug. Okay, so front will be a head with antella-like structures. With a radula, we will explain about radula tomorrow. Okay, a foot, and this is the mantle, which is actually having a shell. Okay, so this is a common type of the, or hypothetical, very common type of the structure of the slug, we can say. Okay, the changes will occur depending upon the species. Okay, any other questions if I left when it move on? Bhumika, now only I explained ecdysis and metamorphosis. Do you want it to explain one more time? I will come back to the last slide then. Yes, as you can see here, in ecdysis or metamorphosis, the egg will give rise to larva. This larva will feed and it will go for a resting phase. This resting phase is called as pupa. There actually the internal changes will happen. These internal changes will give rise to the adult. That's called in butterfly, what you can see is the adult butterfly. These adult will actually have the only one function, that's to get fertilized or to fertilize and form the eggs. Okay, so this is called, the changes from the larva to the adult is called as the metamorphosis or ecdysis. Okay. Thank you. Any other doubts, guys? I missed Bye. Thank you. Probably I missed one or two questions. I don't know. If I missed any questions, just tell me one more time. Okay. I still have 3 minutes. Thank you. Bye bye.